Good evening, Jamestown, and welcome back to another JCTV update. I'm Keely Gross, and I hope you are all having an enjoyable Wednesday. Despite efforts in the House last month, the maintaining of the Fighting Sioux nickname is again questionable. According to the Jamestown Sun, the Board of Higher Education voted on Tuesday to oppose the bill, which is headed for a hearing in front of the Senate Education Committee. This hotly debated issue dates back to 2007 when the NCAA created regulations to let go of Native American imagery, nicknames, and mascots. Only by tribal approval were schools able to keep their emblems and names. However, UND's nickname was not approved. It was supported by the Spirit Lake tribe, but not by the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. After this, the board allowed UND 3 years to secure approval for the name, but several complications arose, leaving things where they are today. The newest bill, proposed by House Majority Leader Al Carlson, states that UND will keep their original nickname and that they will sue the NCAA if they try to penalize UND for doing so. This is perhaps one of the more questionable pieces of the bill. The Alzheimer's Association has just opened a new building here in Jamestown. The building is located at 114 First Avenue South in Suite 160. According to Ashley Magner, a regional care consultant at the new office, the Alzheimer's Care Building will offer Alzheimer's Association services that include care consultation and education services. The new office will provide care for individuals as well as families that are dealing with Alzheimer's. You can reach the new unit at 701-952-0800 or by calling Magner directly at 701-541-4217 to make an appointment. And in campus news, senior Amanda Hagan will be presenting her senior voice recital on Friday at 7 o'clock p.m. in the Voorhees Chapel. Hagan will be singing everything from classical to contemporary, including 2 songs from the Broadway musical Wicked. This event is open and free to the public. And speaking of musical performances, the Jamestown College Choir will be initiating their biggest project of the year this Saturday. Instead of heading home for spring break, the choir will be heading to the West Coast for their annual choir tour. The choir will be making appearances in California, Montana, and then wrap things up here in North Dakota. The choir's first out-of-state performance will take place in Irvine, California on March 6th. And 6 performances and 14 days later, the choir will showcase their final performance here in Jamestown. And now we will turn to your 5-day extended weather forecast. Starting tomorrow's high will jump just a bit to the mid to high teens and even reach some 20s. Tomorrow we will see cloudy skies and a high of 26. On Friday, a little bit more sun will appear with partly cloudy skies and a high of 16 degrees. The weekend will start off with a high of 15 degrees and partly cloudy skies. And on Sunday, we expect mostly cloudy skies and a high of 21. And on Monday, it will be partly sunny with a high of 19, but will be a bit breezy with winds at 14 miles per hour and gusts reaching up to 22 miles per hour. Last night marked the final game of the season for the Jimmy women's basketball team as they were defeated in the Dakota Athletic Conference Championships by Valley City State by a score of 74-69. The Jimmies fought hard and were down only 67-70 with a minute to go. The Vikings were able to capture the victory though when Kristen Bearstail made 2 back-to-back 3-point shots. Valley City State will be heading off to the NAIA Nationals ranked number 21. Head coach Greg Ullen stated that all in all it was a good season and that the team has nothing to hang their heads about, as the Jimmies finished with an overall record of 21 wins and 8 losses. Coming up in sports are some more big events with the men and women's track and field teams heading off to the National Indoor Championships, which will begin tomorrow in Geneva, Ohio. The men's wrestling team will also be competing at the NAIA National Championships tournament this week as they head to Cedar Rapids, Iowa this Friday. Also taking place Friday is the opener of the women's softball season. The Jimmies will start things off at the Friends Tournament, which will take place in Wichita, Kansas. Tune in later this week and next week for all of the results and updates. Well, that is all for your news today. Once again, thank you for joining me for your JCTV update, where we strive to connect the campus to the community. I'm Keely Gross, and I wish you all a happy Wednesday as well as a good spring break. See you in a few weeks.